Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about a really interesting play problem that came up in a game that I was playing a few weeks ago. So it goes pass, pass, and your right hand opponent opens two spades. You decide to make a very aggressive 2 no trump overcall, and it goes pass, and your partner raises you to 3 no trump. It's very important to note, some people just can't remember that 2 no trump is definitely natural. It's not an unusual time to want to overcall a strong no trump. Unusual 2 no trump is when you jump to 2 no trump. It's unusual to want to jump to 2 no trump over a one level overcall opening. But over two spades, you always need a way to show this strong no trump. So the opponent doesn't lead their partner's suit, and when you see dummy, you very quickly realize why. Dummy has three spades. We have four in our hand. We're expecting East to have six of them, so that means that West doesn't have any spades. Now it's a matter of counting our tricks. We can see our when we start. I usually start by looking at my long suits and diamond suit. We are probably going to have to lose a diamond, but we could actually get three or four diamond tricks. The best case scenario in this diamond suit is if when we lead diamonds, if we lead from the dummy, lead from north, and it goes small, small. If we could play the queen and it wins, and we play the ace, and East has king doubleton, the king will drop and our jack will be good. It's very important when you're playing this diamond suit that you don't lead the jack from dummy, because anytime East has the king, they're going to cover the jack, and you're gonna have a sure loser. So when you're playing this diamond suit, we'll come to how we're going to play this hand in a second. But this diamond suit alone, it's very very important not to lead the jack from dummy. So it looks like we're going to take three or four diamond tricks. In a worst case scenario, we might only have two. That's if West has king 10 9 fourth or something like that. Then they're going to be able to, the diamond finesse will lose and they will still have a diamond stopper. But so be it. There's not a lot we'll be able to do about that. So let's hope for three diamond tricks. We've got at least two heart tricks. Our spade suit, it looks like we can develop a couple tricks, but that's going to take some work. We're going to have to knock out the king of spades, then we're going to knock out the ace of spades, and then we can have two spade tricks. So what we're hoping for here to make this contract is three diamond tricks, two heart tricks is five, two spade tricks is seven, and two club tricks would be nine. That would be our route to getting to nine tricks in this aggressive 25-point game, 24-point game, excuse me. So let's look at trick one. It's really, really important that we play the 10 at trick one. And the reason we're playing the 10 is it might win the trick. If West has led from queen jack, then the 10 is going to hold. So we have to start there. That is our best route to making this contract. But then when the queen comes, we have to stop and think about it. How is this hand going to go? All of our tricks here on this hand are slow tricks. In order to develop our spades, we're going to have to knock out the king of spades. We're going to have to knock out the ace of spades. But you can kind of foresee what's going to happen. If we win the king of hearts, we're going to be in our hand. And so that's not the place we want to be to play diamonds. So we're going to have to go back to dummy somehow. Or if we're in our hand, we're going to maybe we'll start by playing the queen of spades. Well, if we win the king of hearts and play the queen of spades, East, the person who who opened two spades, is going to win their spade. And then they're going to come back a heart. And then our heart stopper is going to be gone, and they're going to have perfect transportation. So winning the king of hearts looks like a bad plan. It's much better if we duck a heart, because if we duck, then they're still going to knock out the ace of hearts. But then we might at least be able to keep West from getting in after their heart's set up. So watch how this hand should be played. So we're going to duck this heart. And they're going to think, oh, our queen of hearts won. They're going to come back a heart. So they come back a heart, and now we win it in dummy. So now we have to take stock of what's going on, think about how we're going to go from here. So we still have a ton of work to do, right? We have to knock out the ace king of spades, we have to set up the diamond suit, and we're probably going to have to take a club finesse at some stage. So we have all these things we have to do, but the order in which we do it is incredibly important. Incredibly important. If we play a spade now, first, if we start by setting up our spades, then what's going to happen is East is going to win, and they're going to play back a third heart if they have it. And at that point, our heart stoppers are going to be gone. And now, when it comes time to set up the diamond suit, we're going to be finessing into the West hand, who has the good hearts. So when we know this is called, West is what's called a dangerous opponent. It's very important that we recognize that West is a hand that once the hearts are set up, that's the hand that we can't let take the lead. And what's special about this hand, what the special about the information we get about on this hand, is that East has got the ace king of spades. They are not our dangerous opponents. So at some stage of this hand, we are going to have no problem losing spades to East. Because they're not going to have the heart suit to cash. So it's critical. This is the critical juncture of this hand. We had two critical plays. One is that we duck the heart. And two is now we have to make sure that whatever trick we're going to lose to West, we're going to do it now while we have our heart stopper. And what suit is the suit that we're going to lose a trick to West? It's diamonds. So that's why at this point in the hand we have to play a diamond and we try our finesse and hope it will win. If it wins, that's great. But when it loses, they're going to knock out our heart stopper. We have to make a discard from dummy. We can throw a club. That little club is never going to take a trick. And now we've got our king of hearts. And now you can see that the heart suit is wide open. If West gets on lead again, we've already lost two tricks. If West gets on lead again, they've got two more cashing hearts. So they're going to get on lead with one trick, and then they're going to get their two cashing hearts. But the good news is they're not going to get on lead again. We have no risk of letting West back on lead. Now we're safe to knock out the spades, so we can lead the queen of spades. And actually, as you can see, it turned out that they didn't actually have six spades, and that happens from time to time. They were a third chair preemptor, so they decided to open two spades. Not a bad idea, especially when you're playing against a good opponent. It's not a bad idea to make a slightly aggressive bid that might change it up, because if you're playing against good opponents, they're gonna beat you if it's their hand. So that's a good rule of thumb, is if you're playing against better players, sometimes it's okay to just do something a little bit more aggressive. Okay, so now they win the king of spades. They play back. They decided they don't have any hearts left, so they had to find a way back to their partner. They thought clubs would be the best route, but we put up the queen and it went king. Now we can safely knock out the other spade. They ducked one. Now we played another spade and they won, and they came back a club. But now we're good. Our jack of clubs is good. We can cash the jack of spades, and then we get to see if the diamonds are good, and they in fact were. So just taking a look at all four hands, you can see what would have happened if on the three of hearts, 10, queen, king, had we won the king of hearts. Now it wouldn't matter who we lost the trick to, because then even if we went back, let's say we decided to knock out the king of diamonds, let's say we knew the finesse was offside, we could have gone ace of diamonds and a diamond and they would win it. But now when they play a second heart, we would have been forced to win the ace, and that would leave East with a third heart, so that when it came time for us to knock out the spade, they would still have a heart. That's why ducking the heart was crucial on this hand, and it was also crucial to knock out the card in the dangerous opponent first. This is a very, very important concept. It happens far more often in no-trump hands, but it also can happen in suit contract hands where you have one person that you can't let on lead. And in this case, we knew we had to let them on lead, but we had to do it before they were the dangerous opponent. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I have some upcoming webinars this month. We have 3 regular series. The Tuesdays at 1 o'clock that my mom teaches. We write the lessons together, but they're for fundamentals. They're for anybody who wants a refresher course on the fundamentals. Our most popular course is our Friday class, which is an intermediate plus, which basically we're trying to teach you a lot of very, very important things that you need to know in order to go from being an intermediate player to being an advanced player. So we're just going through things that are incredibly important, and we're teaching everything that's very much standard across the bridge world. We're not teaching any proprietary systems or anything like that, just going over very, very important stuff. And then finally, on Tuesdays at 3:30, twice a month, I've been teaching what I call my master series, where I go through my system that I play with my expert partners. Nothing too complicated. I really like to keep everything simple, but these are just, I'm hoping that, and we have developed quite a lot of people who are coming and playing these methods with their partners, and it's been a fun time so far. Finally, this month we're starting something new. Rob and I are doing a Monday practice game. It's going to be every Monday starting on the 12th of October. where we do. It's called an instructional duplicate game. We're gonna do. It's on through this new software, RealBridge. You're gonna play 8 hands face to face with your partners and your opponents, and we're gonna go over competitive auctions, declare play, and defense, and then we're gonna meet you in a Zoom afterwards and go over some very important things that we put in these pre-duplicated hands. Thank you, and if you want to register for any of these classes, you go to www.bridgelesson.com. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you come out to our classes.